Welcome to Bowles' Theory of Everything. Bowling when you can't see the jack. Vision, glare, long jack strategy. For the last year or so, I've noticed when I bowl indoors, the full-length jack is not in focus, and I cannot judge where the surrounding bowls are in relation to the jack. Also, I have trouble driving at night. The glare, sometimes it gets me and I can see better without my glasses even. The reason is probably a combination of the glare of the lights that you get in typical indoor rinks and a deterioration in vision. I do have cataracts coming, but they're not quite serious enough yet to operate, they tell me. Cataracts cause the lens of the eye to become cloudy. For bowls, this creates several practical problems. 1. Reduced clarity at distance. A long jack sits 30 or 34 meters away where those black bowls are at the end of the rink. And cataracts make distant objects look blurry, slightly foggy, or washed out. This makes it harder to clearly pick out the jack against the carpet. Problems with contrast, number 2. Indoor carpets, especially blue or green, rely on contrast to make the white or yellow jack stand out. Cataracts reduce contrast sensitivity, so the jack may blend into the background or look dimmer or even grey instead of standing out. 3. Glare and halo effects. Indoor lights can reflect off the polished floor and the jack, and cataracts make glare worse, causing halos around overhead lights and difficulty seeing the jack when it's directly in line with a bright light. 4. Slower focus changes. When you look down at the mat, you place the mat, you pick up your bowl, then you look down to the end of the rink. It may take longer for your eyes to lock on. That delay makes lining up your delivery more awkward. So, what have I tried to help my vision? I noticed that when I shielded my eyes, looked at the jack like that with my hand, it looked a lot clearer. So then I thought, well, perhaps that'll help. So I started putting visors on. First of all, I put this visor on, which had a spring effect like that. And that worked up to a point, but I did find that they pinched my head a bit and it hurt my head after in a long game. So then I tried a bit more sympathetic, a kind of one of these, but I found it a bit floppy, and must confess it didn't look very good either. So I discarded that. So then I tried a hat, a peaked hat, and this one I found probably okay. It does have the disadvantage that it does obstruct your vision a bit of your overall thing, but it does keep the glare out, and I do find that the jack looks a bit clearer on those longer distances. So this is the best one. A second experiment that I've had was to use Polaroid glasses. I bought these at an online company, and they do take the glare away. Oh, take the other ones off. These are prescription glasses, so I can see down the end. They do take the glare away, and I can see it, but it darkens everything. I could experiment further with tinted glasses, such as indoor sports tints, but I don't want to keep spending on something that does not work for me. So I'm going to persevere for the time being with what I've got, which is my ordinary glasses and a peaked cap. And in the new year, I'm going to go back to my opticians and see if they'll recommend me to our wonderful NHS for cataract removal, and I'll keep you posted about that. There are a lot of eye diseases that can't be cured, unlike cataracts. Examples are macular degeneration, glaucoma, retinitis pigmentosa. The first of these is particularly difficult to overcome for bowlers because it affects your central vision, whereas retinitis pigmentosa is more tunnel vision, so you can actually see down a tunnel, but not the wider. But whatever it is, your eyes are important, and they do affect, as you get older, how you can bowl. So what can you do to help overcome bad eyesight? One is obvious, you can try a shorter length. If the jack is 2/3 the way down, you can see it much more clearly, but then that's only part of a solution, as you can see. Another one is to aim at a visual zone instead of the jack. If you can't see the jack, you know roughly where it is. You can get your teammates to tell you where your previous bowl finished, so you can make adjustments, or you can get them to stand level with the jack, and so you can bowl. That will give you the length. You may be lucky, there may be a nice red bowl jack high, so you might then be able to use that as a length. The important thing is get a feel for the jack length. So by bowling regularly to full length jacks and getting a feel of it inside your mind, you can use that rather than being able to see if you can't see the jack. What we'll do now is to show you some drills for practicing long lengths when you have this poor visibility. So I have done a video earlier in the year on mastering length, and there's a lot of good tips in there, particularly the feel, the where you have to internalize the length and get a feel of it rather than obviously make changes. You let your mind run your body rather than do your body changes first. So what I'll do a couple of drills, and one is bowling to an empty spot with no jack. So this would get you to purely concentrate on rhythm and tempo. If we look here, I'll bowl on the middle rink, and the idea is that you're going to bowl down where you know where the full length is. You bowled it several times, so practice and practice just bowling onto an empty spot where the full length is, and see whether you can bowl without having to see a jack. And here we go. So I know the line. I know roughly the line. So now I'm going to just get the feel of a full length, which I bowled, and see how close we are. I'll go down and have a look in a minute. That doesn't look bad. That looks pretty good. A bit short of the jack, but that's a drill you do. You aim to a point, then go and check yourself, and then come back and adjust it. And now another one I had, which is to bowl with your eyes shut. Now I know that was part of this mastering the length. That sounds silly, but if you can bowl with your eyes shut, then when you've got partial sight, you realise that you can see internally, if you like, much more than you give yourself credit for. So I now bowl. I bowled that bowl. I've got a feel of it. I now bowl similar to the bowl, and this time, before I bowl, I'll shut my eyes, and we'll see where it ends up. So the important thing, so you can see the line. You're allowed to look down the line first of all, which I'm doing now. Now I'm going to shut my eyes and bowl, see where it ends up. And there it goes. Where am I? Am I anywhere near? I'm not far off. And that's with an eye shut. A final demonstration. I'll do on this end rink and I'll go down and show you, if the camera can come in line on the mat here, I'll show you how obscure the jack can be. You've got no idea there's a jack down there, but you've got no idea where it is. So what you do, you get the skip to stand one side, or you get another marker which isn't in the head. So if I say, if you're lucky to have a bright coloured bowl there, then that gives you a marker. And similarly, your skip could stand there as well. So what we'll do now, you've got the length from another marker. Now I know where the jack is, and I use that red bowl as my length. So don't forget, I already know, if you played on a rink, you know the line. So here I know the line. So then I bowl down, and I know that red bowl is the length bowl. So I just bowl down there, and hopefully the bowl will come down into the head near the jack. So I'm looking at it carefully now. That's just shy of the head. So the skip will say, "You're 2 feet short, Richard." So then I have to add 2 feet on that length, and here I go. Bowls is one of those games you can play to a great age, and when your eyesight deteriorates, you can still play and even improve, because so much is in the head, in the mind, and rather than just bowling mechanically, you feel it. So it's something that you can generate from that, even if you're not well sighted. So please keep playing as long as you can. It's a game of feel, rhythm and adaptation. Please keep playing, and please keep subscribing so that you can receive notification of future videos. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye everyone.